Hello, my name is Sonny and I want to thank you for taking a look at our video, Private Mortgage Investments, High Yield Investments Secured by Real Estate. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is private lending and really what it can offer for you. And really what it is it's an opportunity for you to significantly raise your current income, your retirement, but most of all what we give you is control, and I think that's really what everyone wants, and that's what private lending can offer for you. The second thing we want to do is we want to show you how you can turn your current investment capital into basically a bank. And what we want to do is we want to create a system where we can cut out the middleman and let you earn the returns, not the bank. And lastly, we want to introduce you into today's housing market, what's happened with this housing market, and really how it can provide a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And what it'll do is we're going to talk to you today also about the cash advantage. So you might be asking yourself, what types of people are private lenders? And really private lenders are CD customers that are unsatisfied with their rates. It's a travesty right now, but bank CD rates, and if you're a CD customer, you know this. CD rates right now have been a paltry 2%, 3% for 5-year fixed rates, 60-month fixed rates. And so really what we're looking for is CD customers that are unsatisfied with the bank rates. The next type of customer that we run into traditionally is the IRA customer. And a lot of people don't realize it, but IRAs can actually be self-directed. We're going to talk about that a little bit in this video too. But our second type of customer is an IRA customer who's just really not happy with the types of returns that they're getting right now in the market. And really anyone that has excess capital who wants to take advantage of the housing market. I think there's a lot of people sitting on the fences right now that say, I want to get into the real estate market. I want to take advantage of some of these bank foreclosures and these really low prices that are out there, but really don't know how to get involved and take advantage, especially from a passive standpoint. And that's really what private lending is all about and what we're here to show you about today. So what's allowed us to have this awesome opportunity of private lending, and really what provides the opportunity for private lending is now the problem with traditional lending. The problem with traditional lending right now is that banks seem to be on almost a moratorium for investor type financing. The same problem properties that the banks are having to get rid of, they're now having problems financing. And a lot of that comes from government pressure. I know that there's a lot of underwriting guidelines right now that have become very stringent. Also, there's a lot more board approval now in the banking industry for larger investors. And there's so many restrictions now that have come with this that it makes it really prohibitive for banks to work with investors or substandard properties due to their condition for being in foreclosure. And so really what we've done is we've positioned ourselves in the right market at the right time with the right type of company that can handle some of these really unique projects. And that's where the cash advantage comes into play. The companies that can come in and offer real offers to banks and motivated buyers that aren't contingent on inspections and can handle having the plumbing frozen, and they can handle having the electrical that needs a little work, are the companies that have first opportunity to really buy these properties, but not only get on them quick, but get on them really cheap. And that's really what we want to try to do, is create a really good advantage for us and for the private lender, because really the cheaper we buy a property, the more equity and the more loan to value ratio there is to provide security for the private lender. So again, we've created a win-win situation. So you might be asking yourself, how does this company find these homes, and are these prices realistic? Why are they so cheap? And what is this company doing right? And really what we're doing is we've built a real solid brand in our area. I'm sure you've heard of We Buy Ugly Homes. That's not us, but we're We Buy Fixer Uppers. And if you're from our area here, which I'm sure you are, you've seen our signs all over town, and we've advertised successfully in the paper for the last 6 years. So we find a lot of motivated buyers just by our brand. Besides having that brand, we've also got really good asset management relationships. We work with HUD, Countrywide, Chase, Citigroup, Econo Homes, the local banks. We've got great relationships with all the regular REO realtors, which stands for Real Estate Owned Realtors, and the banks all know us by name. sometimes that gives us privy to other information, and a lot of times the properties that we take on are unique properties, properties that have bad plumbing, bad electrical, and that's really where our experience and know-how can come to the table and handle these deals, and the banks recognize that as well, and a lot of times they give us first opportunity to take on these projects. And now you might be asking, what types of safety guidelines are in place? Isn't the housing market really how we got into this housing mess anyways? And the answer is yes, it is. And I think the reason is because a lot of banks, if you were taking a look at the values that the banks were giving loans on properties, banks were going 95%, 100%, 105%. One of the safety guidelines that we have in place with any of our private lender mortgages is that we will never go 75% of the after repaired value. We also provide a lender's insurance policy, a liability property insurance policy with you stated or your IRA stated as an additional lien holder, and then of course a promissory note signed personally as well as corporately, and of course you receive the first position lien as a mortgage on the real estate, which means that if in the unfortunate case of default that you become the primary lien with the foreclosure on the real estate. Our lender requirements is that very simply we ask that you put in $10,000 as a minimum, $100,000 as a maximum. We ask for a 2-year time commitment, and again, there is no prepayment penalties for early withdrawal. And I know all this seems really exciting, and you might be saying, why haven't I heard about this before? It seems like such a great thing. How come no one's really talked to me about it? And the reason is that the financial market is flooded with financial professionals right now, and it's a cutthroat business. And how they make their money is by trading your IRA. They get paid for handling and transacting your IRA. So I really believe that in the financial industry, there is people that know about it, even though I think there's people that still don't. In the financial industry, I think that it would be more or less a secret, because why would they give away basically their income? So let's take a second and talk about IRA transactions and really what is a self-directed IRA and how can it be used to buy real estate. And really how the IRA works is the IRS tax code actually allows you to roll your IRA over to an IRA custodian, who we use is Entrust Midwest LLC, and we'll give you their contact information at the end of our video. But what they do is they really become your IRA custodian, and that's how this transaction has to be handled in order for it to work properly. And really what your IRA then becomes is like a bank, and you're allowed to do a multitude of things with that IRA now that it's self-directed and with the financial custodian. And there is certain restrictions that you cannot do with your IRA. But what we're talking to you about today is how you can use your IRA to be a bank. And how you can do that is you can actually write a note just like the bank would, and you can receive the 8% interest that the bank would, the 10% interest that the bank would. And with that comes some fees and some basically traditional closing costs. And if you're private lending with your IRA, those fees are going to be covered on top of your interest rates that you're going to be getting. So really what you're looking at is rate for rate and how you can get higher rates with your IRA. And so for the cost of us being able to have the money, what we've done is we've decided to pay out returns. We start with simple interest at 8% or 10%. Really, we offer two different percentage rates based on two different programs. Our first program, the 8%, is for probably the CD type of customer that wants to receive a monthly payment just like a bank would. For that type of customer and that type of private lender, we provide you with an 8% simple interest applied monthly to you or your account. The 10% is if you allow us to let the interest accrue until the project is sold. At that time, we will pay you your 10% interest. For us, it's worth an additional 2% to create an additional cash flow. Of course, there's no early withdrawal penalty, but what we do ask is that you give us a 60-day written notice if you would like to pull your money from the private lending program. If you'd like to become the bank today and you'd like some more information, or you just want to chat about what private lending is and what it can offer you, please feel free to contact us. There's a couple ways to contact us, but of course the easiest way is in our website, yourinvestmentalternatives.com. Just hit us in the Contact Us section, fill it out. and we'll be in contact with you within 48 hours. Thank you and have a wonderful day.